Hi everyone, and it is about quarter to 11, I think, at night. You can probably hear the wind blowing, probably not, and that's because it's rained. It was quite windy before that, and then it rained, and now it's windy again. And I'm up. I'm always up at this time, but also there's this additional stress of finding out that my mom actually left one of the doors open for 3 days. Imagine 3 days, and it took the wind blowing to make me realize that my doubts, my concerns today, because I saw the curtain, um, and sort of sag back a little, push back, and I thought that why is it doing that. But I didn't check the door. It's something I usually do, but I didn't check the door until when it started getting windy before the rain, and then I checked, and so that door has been open for 3 freaking days. So, yeah. Well, these things happen very, very rarely, but when they happen, then they. So since then, I'm just checking and double checking all the doors and the windows upstairs. This is upstairs. Downstairs, it's very meticulously checked and locked and all. But okay. One of the first Instagram account that I had, I kind of shared this bookcase in the study that we have. The study used to be one of our most favorite rooms until my dad, when we shifted homes and then came back to this house, then a lot of clutter came, and so this room could never be the same before. Although the desk came back and the chairs came back, we placed one of the chair right next to the shelf. The other one is with the desk, and but still, the room is not 100% um, set. But this whole shelving unit, this was probably the only thing that was completely done. And this actually this showcases, I was going to say, this showcases all the books that we've had since we were very young. You know, some of them we had since we were in Nigeria, and then we brought them with us. But most of those I think we gave away. But these are the books we started collecting. Um, yeah. Um, Later on, when we were kids, when it came to Pakistan, then one of the things that made us, that my dad, one of the efforts that my dad made to make us feel a little more comfortable here was taking us to the bookshop. In Anarkali, we would go to this old and new bookshop. And till date, whenever we really need books, as in, nowadays, as you know, it's all about ebooks. But when we really need um, paperbacks, we go to that same shop. He knows us very well. The owner of the shop knows us very well. And he would always tell us that, oh, this is what's new nowadays. I've got a whole stack of this, I've got a whole stack of that. So it's amazing whenever we go there. And it's been years, to be honest, since I have last gone. And as you can see, this is a mixture of um, our literature books and our fiction books. So the way they're kind of in order is, roughly you could say, this is the childhood books with the Simondon books, the Maigret books. They are what I added later on. Um, so yeah, that's a bit. And then again, the Secret Seven and the Famous Five, and the Five Find Outers and the Terrific Threes. They're all these series. Some of the books my sister took with her, because this is like a mixed, collection of all of us, all of our books. Also, because as I said, when we shifted, moved houses and all, then some of our books also had termites, because my dad just, put them all together in one place where they were getting no air and all. And this area is prone to termites if you're not careful. So I had to, I tried to save as many books as I could, but I'm sorry to say that I had to, um, you know, get rid of some, but there were very few, luckily very few. The rest my sister took away, part of her collection. She took a lot of them away. Although some of our, childhood collection books are still here, which she collected. So we would actually collect books that we liked and then we would swap them. So, for example, I had the Secret Seven and the Five Find Outers and the um, what Katie did and the school that the O'Sullivan twins, all those were part of my collection, and the Famous Five and the Franklin W. Dixon ones and the Nancy Drew ones, they were all hers. The Hardy Boys and all. So that's how we used to divide it. I would get a complete collection of certain books. She would get a complete collection of certain books, and we would all read them. So, and then we would put them here. Before we put them in our own shelves in our bedrooms, but then I decided to put all of them, in the study, together with books that belonged to my parents as well. So, for example, you see these books that are here. These are my mom's. These two are my mom's. These are all to do with Islam and comparative religion and all, because that is what she mastered in, and that's what she taught. She taught comparative religion and she taught Islamic law and all that. So back in Nigeria, and in Pakistan, she taught Islamic studies to O levels and all. And these are like these books are mixed. These are my mom's, my dad's, some friends who were writers who gave their copies, stuff like that. And this whole thing here, these are my books, my manuscripts, when before, uh, when we had Windows 95 and we had floppy disks and all. So I still printed out some of my manuscripts, and this was one of those that was printed out and published locally in Pakistan. One of the first books that in fact, the first book I published ever. This is that manuscript that I've kept here. It's all in butter paper and copies. And here below, these are my author copies of the Mist series, and these are all my school stuff. Everything, um, you know, from my school when it came to human bio, and then going all the way. The lower it is, it's like, so the lowest in the stack are my primary school stuff, scrapbooks, and other notes. And then above that is the A level stuff, which is law and all. And then we have the human bio stuff and all. So, and then these are like, assorted magazines. And yeah, because we also, as I said, we studied English literature. So this one that I keep focusing on every now and then while I'm rambling on, the reason I kept focusing on it was to, tell you about how the A levels and bachelor's English literature books and fiction mixed. This is, when I did my bachelor's in journalism. So there are those. Some of these books, as you can see, these are assorted books put together. But the journalism ones are, my bachelor's books. And these are some assorted books of my dad, like, the London Guide and all from way back in the 70s, I think. 70s, 80s. And this is a vase, which is one of the many things that my parents got years ago when they went to Kiora salt mines. As you know, in Pakistan, we have one of the largest salt mines in the world that is of pink salt, which is Himalayan salt. So, these are all, um, again, from Nigeria. These giraffes, these are very, very old decoration pieces. And see, here comes again some more of our fiction books, and some more of the course-oriented books. These are, I think, my dad's stuff, the statistics and all. because my dad was a great reader and he read almost anything and everything. Some are my mom's stuff, like the creative visualization and coming back, and the others are just assorted books that my parents collected. And these like put together all the encyclopedias and the word record books and the dictionaries and also I kind of, but mainly encyclopedias. These are encyclopedias, and these are the, apart from the basic science, the from as in from here all the way here, these are books that my dad used when he used to teach. I think these are part of those. Or maybe he bought them for us. Maybe I don't even remember. I don't think he used them for teaching because when he used to teach at university and it was, biochemistry and chemistry. So exploring science one and two and all, like general science, I think these are books he got for us. Uh, and but yeah, these are mostly his books. And these ones over here, these are books that my dad wrote for schools here in Pakistan that became part of the syllabus. And again, here I put all the biology books together because this human and social bio, this is our O levels book when we had human bio in O levels, and the rest advanced biology and GCSE science, this and that. These are all my dad's stuff again, because remember he taught biochemistry, chemistry, and science. And again, these are all my dad's chemistry books. And these are what my dad wrote when he was, asked to write for, schools here in Pakistan. So this is a chemistry book that he wrote, and the rest are again other books. These are all again religious books, as in religion related. These are all to do with the Quran and the Hadith and all the details. These are my mom's. Yeah, but I added these two to my mom's collection, although they actually were mine. But I thought they're extremely good as reference guides. And again, these are all DVDs and CDs and, yep, tape recorders, cassette tapes. Sorry, cassette tapes. Some were in their case, and some, because we had so many, some we kind of discarded also because of, and again, these are all my dad's books. All the science books are my dad's. Some of those are those which we used ourselves when we were doing O levels, like these Abbott physics book. And these books were actually a godsend. Imagine, although these are originally my dad's books, but they helped us a lot when we were doing O levels. So yeah, and these little beauties, I love these books. These were the books that these really thin ones, these are, these were like, I'm sorry, I threw the giraffe off, but these were like a whole series of basic science, elementary science for kids, to teach them basic science. And so this was a basic science series. 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there are about 12, 15 of them. And this is when we were kids. My dad got them again when we were in Nigeria. And, hold on a bit. A bit of a struggle there putting them back. Again, these are all again, at the back are the collections of these. I don't know who put them upside down after cleaning them. I'll have to put them right side up again. This is Sahih al-Bukhari's volume 4 and 2. put upside down. The spirit of Islam, the meaning of the glorious Quran, the life of Muhammad. I mean, they're sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They're all, you know, again, these all these books to do with Islam are all my mom's. Remember, and all these science stuff for my dad's. These ones, again, the science books that my dad wrote for schools here. These, yeah. So as you can see, half the shelf is filled with science and books on religion, and just a portion of it is assorted books. I like to call them that. And the other half, or should I say, actually, these are two shelves. I built two shelves, together. So one whole shelf is all to do with our childhood collection, all the way to our master's degrees collections. These are all French. These are all my French novels that we got printouts, and we, put them in binding, you know. Um, yeah, and these, oh, here they are. These are again my dad's collection, some of his collection, the Kafka and, Gorky and Anne Wilson. Yeah. And the Arthur Miller Death of a Salesman is also, imagine, and this was in our A levels. And imagine that. And then Every Night Josephine, that was my mom's book. And the Nigerian plays, 3 Nigerian plays. Yeah, so these are just some of their books. I think the rest of my dad's Shikhov and other collection are not, at least I haven't seen them. So I don't know. Maybe he left them there. It's been decades since we came to Pakistan, but and then now I'm going to show you a bit of a mess here because hair is, which I need to rearrange, because right now I've just put this stuff here. These are the door dust stoppers thingies, which I got, but we no longer need them. But yeah, so this was the printer scanner. This briefcase here is actually a stereo case. Yep, it's a stereo case. This is a printer, and that's my piano, and this is a typewriter, and then on top are all, again, my dad's books. These are his books on law and economics, and again, some of his writer friends that gave him their books that they wrote in Urdu. And then again, some of these books, like I think this Theory and Design, I think this is also my dad. Either it's my dad's or it's my sister's that I added here. I don't think it's my sister's. I think these are all my dad's, actually. All these go up to the roof. These are all my dad's books again. These are all on management and project management. Oh, I see I put some of the religious books here too. And this was one of the original. Actually, originally we had these shelves that were made all the way to the roof. But then I kind of removed these ones, and with the carpenter, made these shelves. These were much more practical, I thought, unlike the ones that we had to climb all the way to the top. So yeah. Oh, as I was saying, which got lost in the whole commentary, is that I actually shared a bit of this when I opened my first account on Instagram, but then I changed and made this account. And although I had some followers in the first account, but even though I told them that I'm deleting accounts and moving to a new account, most of them somehow didn't realize that. I kind of lost them. Some later on realized and started joining, but but I'm not much for PR, to be honest. I know how important it is, but to be very honest, I don't really care. So I prefer people to just, come of their own will. Yeah, this is my trusted duster. It's a new one, and I'm not very happy with it actually. The older one's handle broke, and no, actually the handle didn't break. Sorry, the fiber thingies, they kind of started shedding. It was quite old, so I got this new one. I'm not happy with it though. I'm not happy because I feel like it has, an edge at the end that bumps. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, forget it. But yeah. So there was a time we used to visit this room so much. But then, my sister, her sons, sometimes they would come into the room as well. Um, and then later on, when, as I said, when we again started moving stuff, then, we ended up placing a lot of cartons in this room, which I'm slowly removing. I've removed almost all. It's just two left. And I'm hoping to bring back the room into its original glory where we could sit again. But I guess it's just that we're so now used to working on our laptops and in our own rooms, sitting on our beds or next to our beds and our chairs. So this room's now not very visited in those terms. But yeah, I just thought that I could show you that these are our memories, you could say. Timeline. This is like a timeline of all our memories, you know. And sorry, I think the it was kind of trying to get light. I've given it some more light. But yeah. These are, mostly like again, like this car is really, really old again. Um Decades old, you know. And this was handmade by my mom's friend when my mom used to teach, when we recently shifted to Pakistan again, almost 3 decades ago, 2.5 decades ago, you can say. And well, this is obviously my dad's shield. What do you like to call it? This is, because um, as PDI members work, and this is again one of those decoration pieces. This is the Kaaba. This is the model of the Kaaba. So yeah, and this fish. This is like one of our most beloved decoration pieces, which is also actually a bookend. It's actually also a bookend. It's made of marble. We had an ashtray and this fish is like a pair. They came, we bought them as a pair. Yes, we got them all the way from Nigeria. And believe me, none of them had any problems. None of them were broken, cracked, or anything when we brought them. But here, there were a lot of people, as I said, over here, people like to touch other people's things and not very gently. So if you see any cracks or any breaks or damages on stuff that belong to us, it's 100% always done by somebody else. Yeah. So this is it. This is it. I hope that my audio is clear and loud. Um, Nothing irks me more than finding out at the end that the audio is a bit low. So apologies in advance for that. Yeah, these horses, yeah, like the giraffes, these two are from Nigeria, you know. Yeah. So we had a mother horse with her ponies, and then we had a, you know, mother giraffe with her babies. We have loads of such kind of stuff that we have put in different places all over the house. Yeah. So this is it for me. Or should I say, this is it from me for now. Hope you enjoyed the little tour. There's nothing much to it, just, as I said, a sort of a timeline. A timeline in the form of books. My life through books. Yeah. Bye bye. Good night, y'all.